troubles away. Everybody's waiting for the man with the bag, 'cause Christmas is coming again. He's got a sleigh full, he's not gonna stay full. He's got stuff to drop at every stop of the way. Everybody's waiting for the man with the bag, 'cause Christmas is coming again. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody, and I hope you guys are doing quite wonderful. I woke up last night, didn't get a good night's sleep, but yeah, what I could actually did pretty good. Anyways, though, we're live actually right now on Instagram, and we're live actually on YouTube. So welcome everybody that's actually joining in. I'm going to be leading actually some spiritual development classes, and yes, I do encourage you guys actually to take part. It's not going to be starting until the new year. I just got to get some more actually little things figured out. But this is going to be probably for a full month though, and with this though, what you get basically is sort of like how we're doing actually our radio show. It is going to be a closed set, but there is going to be actually some fees actually included. We're looking roughly at $10 for the whole month, which is pretty cheap. Ooh, my hair. So yes, that's exactly what it is. So it's $10 per month, which is going to be development, actually spiritual development. All right, so there's a lot of things right now I'm working actually on, just trying to get things going. Anyway, so we're actually here to do some spiritual development today. Since I didn't sleep last night, and weird things have been actually happening lately. It is actually that time of year. Let me take the glasses off. All right, wonderful. So Scrooge's time is coming up right now. I'm sorry though, I keep on looking around and all that, but I also have a camera just over on the one side, and that's for Instagram. All right, so Scrooge's time is coming up. We just passed Krampus, so Krampus's date just passed. All right, and yeah, so a lot of great things are actually happening. What I've been actually experiencing actually with inside the unit here, I'm here quite often. There's a lot actually of spiritual stuff actually happening here. We do welcome it as long as it's not negative. Actually, I do cleanse quite often. I do burn actually Palo Santo's incense sticks and also Palo Santo's itself, plus also white sage. But anyway, so that's what's been going actually on. I do encourage you guys actually to take part actually with these. Tomorrow is the last one, and that's going to be for Friday. So I encourage you guys to take part. All right. What I'm going to be talking about right now, though, is so many people are driving around. Even though that Ontario, the numbers have gone way high, they're encouraging actually as of today to get out there, get your shots. All right, and that's actually for your that's actually for your booster shot. So if you're an adult, all right, I think it's from the age of 18 up, get your booster shot, especially if last time though that you received which was actually 3 months ago. That's what Ontario is actually saying now. The numbers are actually starting to get up there again. One friend of mine, though, actually on Facebook, though, she actually posted the numbers. So let's just see what the numbers are right now. I'm sitting in front of the computer, which is wonderful. All right. So I'm going to look actually what Cheryl Snyder actually posted. So with the numbers. All right, that's if Cheryl has actually done that. I know her page, though, is actually quite busy with pictures going up and everything. So right now, though, actually, 3 hours ago, we're sitting actually at 2,421, and that's actually of December 16th, 21. Right, there is actually 14,065 active cases actually in Ontario. So those are actually quite high numbers. All right. The one thing, though, that Doug Ford, which is actually our MP or Prime Minister actually for Ontario, and everybody else is not doing, though, they're not actually caring much. Yesterday, Doug Ford actually did announce actually
some stuff, but he's increased the locations. He's increased everything beforehand, but yesterday he actually, I think, cut down the numbers again. But again, though, a lot of things need to be done besides actually all that. School children are actually going to be out, I think, actually as of yesterday, some of them, and then some of them are going to be actually out as of Friday. But what I can say, though, to Doug Ford, though, is, hey, Doug Ford, wake up, smell the coffee. All right, don't be like your brother. I know, though, that you've done quite a bit, actually, for Ontario. But what I would say, though, is Doug Ford is, who cares about, actually, the parties and everything else? It's more or less the numbers. Look at the numbers, and that will let you know exactly what to do. Don't be going with, actually, your own party. You are actually in charge of Ontario, and do what you think is personally right. Again, no, do not go with your own party's view and everything else. So, all right, well, sorry, thank you very much for letting me rant about that. But yeah, we're going to look actually one technique. Marcy Fry, though, that has actually taken my courses. I do say thank you very much, Marcy. Now, one little question that I keep on saying to people, though. All right, and I'm just going to read this little article. All right, and it's about a prayer technique. All right, and the prayer technique is for angels. Here's a travel situation to help you understand how this works. All right, you're on the motorway, and you're running actually out of gas. There's no station around, and you have no cell phone. All right, you hope the angels can actually help you. What would you do? You can type in down below if you're on YouTube. All right, if you're actually on Instagram, you guys can type it in. All right, you call out, "Dear angels, please let me get to the nearest gas station. Please let me get to the service station before I do. Thank you." Now, the one thing, though, is always turn around to your angels and actually pretend, though, that you actually have received whatever you're actually asking for. All right, so let's say if you are actually running out of gas, and again, though, there's no service station, there's there's a service station, but the service station there is not around you, and also, though, there's no cell phone, there's nobody willing to help you out. All right, best thing to do is actually turn around to the angels and thank them actually for allowing you to be able to get to the gas station so that you can get gas. Right now, though, since Christmas is right around the corner, best thing to do is actually turn around and say, thank you very much for allowing me to have a wonderful year. Yeah, things haven't happened because of COVID. All right, and also with the new Madura virus, Pfizer, that's actually out there. I think it's Madura. But yeah, what we have to do is we have to thank the angels and also the spirits actually for them allowing us to be able to actually be there. All right. There's a lot of people, though, like if you watched yesterday's stream, I was sort of talking, though, that is like, hey, I've been actually out of work for a long time. I'm actually running into health problems. All right. A lot of people are actually usually complain about the health problems and complain. And don't say that they don't. They literally do. They literally talk about it. For myself, though, all right, I'm actually in a happy, joyful way. The reason was because I actually have this, right? So the way I can actually get out the awareness exactly of what has happened, which I think basically for myself, though, being a former entertainer in the past, I've actually received this problem, and also from doing so much walking within past jobs. One job, though, was actually cleaning a mall, and I constantly walked. So I started actually at 7 o'clock in the morning, started the shift, and I was not done until 12 or sometimes not until 2, and I was constantly walking. It might be good for the losing the weight, yeah, but the wear and tear actually of the legs and the joints, the muscles, the bones. All right. So that's one thing, though. But yeah, again, though, thank the angels. All right. I'm not working right now, so I have no money income. All right. The government, though, sent me a whole bunch of papers, wanting to know right when I'm going to go back to work. I sent back as like, hey, it all depends about the doctor. It all depends exactly right when the doctor's going to let me go back to work. And if I can actually stand on my foot, which is what my work actually wants me to do right now, is actually stand actually on my foot constantly. All right, I might work 4 hours, I might work 6 hours, but still they want me to stand actually on my foot. Standing on the foot, though, it's not good. There's much because it has caused damage. All right. So again, though, as the doctor, I do say thank you very much to my family doctor. He's really awesome, though, and he understands. So he's actually helped out. All right. Now, there's another trick, though, that you can actually do, though, is if you need to get in contact with your angels. And this one here is actually with the candle. All right, it can be any type of candle. What you can do, though, is actually light this candle. It can be like a teacher candle or one stick, solid stick candle or whatever. Light the candle. All right, put it actually in a safe place. So please put it in a safe place. But what you can do, though, is, again, those, like I keep on saying, those, light that candle. Yeah, light that candle. All right, and what you can do, though, is actually stare into the flame. All right, put positivity around you. If you got music playing, make sure it's not your typical music. Make sure it's something that's actually calm, relaxing. All right? And what you do, though, is you look actually into the flame. You meditate, all right? By staring at that flame. You're going to see a lot of weird things actually happening around you, all right? You'll actually see different colors eventually, all right? You won't see that blue flame or the white or the yellow. What you will do, those, you'll see actually different colors altogether. What you can do is you can get in contact with your actually and like with the spirits and also your angels all together, and actually thank them actually for them to be able to give some meditation to you, and also for you to be able to understand exactly what's going on. Now, today I was listening to one song. All right, everybody knows this artist. Everybody knows the song. And the song is actually so true. So I'm going to play a little bit of it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to actually talk about what we actually have felt. So basically, though, we all know that artist. We all know the song. All right, and it's so true, though. All right, if we need to do a change, all right, look at ourselves in the mirror. All right, and do not say anything negative. Say everything that's positive. That's the best way to do it, is whenever you get up in the morning. If you're going through hard times or whatever, look in the mirror, all right, and say things positive about you, all right. I bet, though, that eventually positivity will be coming. At first, though, you may get actually things that are negative, but don't go with the negative. Say everything that's positive, all right. Look in the mirror. Another great way to do this, though, is actually write down exactly what, actually everything that you're seeing or feeling or whatever within the positive way. All right? Negativity is never good, especially at this time of year. This is the number one time of the year for suicides within mental health. All right? Mental health is always there. So, hey, Kelly. So yeah, what I'm just saying, Kelly, though, is about looking in the mirror, saying everything positive about you. All right? And yeah, Kelly, if you have a question, actually, I have two different types of cards here right now. I actually have the Native American cards, and also I have the Angel Prayer cards. So type in your question and let me know what cards you would like, actually, for me to do some readings for you. All right? That's what we're here for. All right? Plus, also, we're here to uplift people. All right. So, while Kelly's just typing that in, all right. All right. So let's just see. Let's see what the cards are actually saying. All right. If there's been a big argument, All right, I don't know if there's been a big argument, Kelly, but the best thing to do is turn around to the angels and ask the angels what kind of help, though, that is best off for you. There's a card, though, that popped up, but what I'm going to do, though, is look actually at the card afterwards, and that way we're going to go from there. Actually, 2 cards popped out, so you get double the bonus, actually, for extra cards being sent out to you. Alright, so I am a right-handed person. I'm always grabbing from the left because the left is closest to the heart. Alright, no argument, that's awesome. Alright, so yes, what I have though is I have 3 different cards here I pulled out. So within the current situation, what we're going to look actually at though is trust your vibes. All right, I'll show this card to you within a second. So thank the angels actually today for choosing actually for trusting actually into your actually intelligence, and also for the guidance. All right. So right there, trust your vibe. All right. If they're saying to you to actually call the person, best thing to do is actually call the person. That's actually with the current situation. Now, what your heart wants you to know. All right, uncontrolled love. All right, and this is the Divine Mother, which is Mother Earth. All right, so yes, right there. All right, so that's what we're looking at though, is unconditional love. All right, so there is actually unconditional love though that actually is for this person. Now I'll let you know is if you are actually into troll, you will be banned. So there we go. So the person has been removed. All right. And let's go actually with change or challenge. All right. And this is actually this is change. Right. So it's a new beginning. So the new beginning of those actually being offered to you. So what the cards are saying though is, yeah, try to give a call. All right, but let's turn around again. Well, was with these 2 though, that first ball popped out for you. What I need to know is actually what the cards, what your spirits are saying to you, especially with your loved ones, Kelly. All right, so the first one though is loved one in heaven. All right, so your loved one actually in heaven though is actually sending you the messages. All right, it's not your head or whatever. You're getting the messages actually from whoever is actually passed on. So the loved one's actually in heaven, right? And that there you do actually have to thank actually for the actually it says thank you loved ones actually in heaven for drawing closer actually at this time. So they're encouraging you. And then the final card though, Kelly, that we're looking at though is leap of faith. I'm ready to take a leap of faith, angels. Thank you for devoting it with me, all right? So it's saying though is take a leap of faith, all right? Call, all right? You can always, if the person's not happy with you or whatever, you know what it could happen. So yeah, call the person. I hope those were actually helpful for you, Kelly, all right? Again though, is we're actually here for readings and also for spiritual development. So yes, going back actually to the stuff though is always write down encouraging words though about everything else. So all right, yes, you're welcome for me to give you the messages, but also turn around to your angels. All right, and this is one thing that's very important. It's in the paperwork, though, I actually have, so that from the people who actually did the workshop with me. And this one here is always great. So what we need to do, though, is actually thank very much the angels, actually, for their presence. All right, and thank you very much to the angels for them to be around you and for everything else. So, all right, I've got so many different papers here. But yes, that's the main thing though, is actually always turn around and thank the angels. Now in the good morning prayer though is actually good morning, dear angels. Thank you for keeping me safe. It feels so good to start actually this day with you. Knowing there is actually peace, there is peace deep within my heart that is keeping everything going good. Thank you very much, angels, for reminding me actually of your presence and surrounding me. By the grace, actually, I bless, knowing I travel this path with you, my friend, and so it shall be. So yes. All right, so that's a great prayer to say actually in the morning. So all right, so what are Kevin's feelings? All right, unfortunately, Kevin, I cannot tap into his energy. The reason why is basically because his angels are not here. I can tap into your energy, all right, and everything else, but unfortunately, I can't tap into his. But the best thing to do is actually give him a call. If you have a crush for him, all right, don't be like most people and don't be scared. Go ahead and actually turn around and say, hey, what's going on? What are you doing for such and such thing? All right, that's the best thing to do is actually turn around and actually ask that way. But yes. All right, so I am going to be live this Saturday night at 8 o'clock, and it's going to be on Facebook. So if you go through my Facebook page, which is facebook.com/Divine Oracle 01, you will be able to find actually a link. It's going to be an open floor chat, which is what's taking place now, instead of me being constantly underneath here, actually underneath YouTube and also Instagram. But yeah, you can go underneath that way, and it's a live chat. You're talking with a whole bunch of other people. You're talking with me. We're going to be giving sort of peer support for other people. Even they're going to give you peer support also. But just before I go, what I like to do, I'd love to do actually a 5-card spread. And this one here is fairly new, so I'd love to be able to do this. All right. So I'm not going to do it with the Indigenous cards. I'm going to do it actually with the Angel Prayer cards. Alrighty. So I'm doing this actually with the Angel Prayer cards right now. It's a 5-card spread. Alright. Alright. So the first one, though, is actually within the current situation. Alright. The current situation, though, is actually with all of us, though it is going to become Christmas very shortly. So we need to know about the current situation, what's going to go actually on after here in Ontario, even across Canada, because of the numbers are going actually up high. All right. But this one here is to do with actually study and learn. Thank you very much, angels, for allowing me to see every day is a learning day. All right, so that's sort of to do with the numbers. All right, so we need to actually thank the angels actually for that. All right, and with study and learning. All right, we need to study exactly what we can do to make everything a lot better. Whoops, sorry about that. All right, so there we go. So yeah, we need to make sure though that we can actually make sure though that we do get everything better and learn of how we can actually get this going. All right, within the right way. The next one, though, is challenge. All right, so within challenge, though, all right, spiritual gifts. All right, so we actually all have spiritual gifts. What we need to do actually with the challenge, though, is actually bring the spiritual gift forward. If there's somebody, though, that actually is close to you that needs help, all right, help them, but do it safely. All right, so that's actually a spiritual gift. All right, we all have spiritual gifts, and best thing to do, those if you're not sure what your spiritual gift is meditate. All right, now the next one, though, is guidance. And this one here is love and accept yourself. All right, so with guidance, though, is love and accept yourself, all right? Especially at this time of year, it's a number one suicide time for people. They fall into the darkness. And the darkness, to me, is basically, though, is dealing more or less with, actually, the negative, which is the demons. All right? All right, that's what a lot of people are doing, though, is actually falling into that. So show yourself the love and also the grace. Then, now, the next one, though, is focus. All right? Clear your vibes. All right, is what's coming up. So clear your vibes. That could be actually to do with meditation. That could be smudging. But yeah, clear your vibes. If there's people around you that are trying to pull you down, turn around and say, no, I don't want you there. All right? If you're running into medical problems like what I'm actually running into, all right, that's one thing I'm actually trying to do, though, is clear my vibes. So that way I'm actually bringing more positivity actually within any situation. All right? And what's going to be the outcome? All right, the miracle, actually a prayer. All right, is going to be the next one. We do actually, so miracle prayer is the main thing. All right, and that's the main thing, though. It's actually the miracle prayer, and that's going to be actually the outcome. Again, notice within this time of year, if there's anybody that you know that's running into troubles, give a helping hand. Be there for them. Don't always think about me. That's the worst thing to do. But turn around and say, all right, what can I do for this person? All right, even if you ask and the person says, oh, I don't need help, I bet you there is something, though, that they do need help with. All right? They may need somebody there actually for listening or even talking to. All right? Be there, man, especially at this time of year. So tomorrow, though, we will be going live actually at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're not going to be doing it on Instagram. We're going to do it actually underneath YouTube. So I encourage you actually to come actually over here to YouTube and take part. All right? So from myself to you guys have a wonderful day and a happy holidays.